Sometimes all it takes is one moment to completely shatter everything we thought we knew about nature. This is just the beginning. Nosikitok. July 2017. Cameras captured a rare sight in the wild. A 5-year-old lioness casually nursing a 3-week-old leopard cub. She had several cubs of her own, similar in age to the leopard. Instead of turning the tiny spotted cat into a quick protein snack, her mother's instinct completely won. Experts guessed she might have recently lost her own cubs, and she found the leopard cub during her state of mourning. Nosikitok was spotted one day after the photographs were taken, unaccompanied by cubs of any kind. Of course, everyone would like to believe that a happy ending awaits. But alas, nature is a cruel, cruel mistress. Heartbreaking endings aside, let's see just how far this phenomenon can go. We have to look at a lioness in India who took things to a whole new level. Raksha and Mowgli. In December 2018, a young lioness named Raksha already had 2 biological cubs of her own. But when she found a 2-month-old male leopard, she adopted it. The little leopard was named Mowgli. It was seen nursing from the lioness, feeding from her kills, and playing with her 2 biological cubs, who were around the same age as the leopard. Now, how did the giant male lions not immediately put an end to this? Well, in a lucky biological twist, Asiatic male lions are basically deadbeat dads. Unlike African lions, they don't actually live with the females unless they're mating or splitting a massive kill. Because the mom was living in isolation with her babies, there was no aggressive stepfather around to question why. One of the kids was covered in spots and meowing funny. Sadly, nature had other plans. In February 2019, the leopard cub was found dead near a watering hole. It tragically passed away from a congenital hernia he was born with. Over the course of a 4-5-day observation period, however, the researchers saw the leopard cub hanging out with its foster family on 29 different days. Raksha and her cubs were absolutely generous and unique. Unlike Raksha, the next mother's obsession almost cost her own life. Kamunyak. Back in 2002, Kamunyak was a famous lioness. She was spotted keeping company with a young oryx calf that was less than a week old. Instead of turning the calf into a meal, she acted as its mom, following it everywhere and defending it. She even starved herself for the calf's sake, because the little oryx didn't know how to stay hidden the way a normal lion cub would. It wandered around aimlessly. Kamunyak couldn't leave its side to go hunt. For more than 2 weeks, she didn't eat a single thing. One day, Kamunyak and her calf went to get water. In the brief moment her back was turned, a male lion appeared and gave a brutal catch. Just like that, the baby was gone. The starving lioness watched the whole scene, but she couldn't do anything. Now, it isn't crazy that the baby oryx was chill around its #1 natural enemy. It was likely too young to even understand what fear was. Much like a viral video of a baby wildebeest playing with a hyena cub, right up until its mother showed up and the baby remembered who it was and ran away. Remarkably, this wasn't a one-time occurrence. Kamunyak would go on to adopt 6 different oryx calves over her lifetime. She was actively going out of her way to look for unattended calves to steal. Here's what happened to the rest of her foster children. The second one was taken to an animal orphanage. The third calf successfully reunited with its actual mother, even as Kamunyak chased after them to get her baby back. The same thing happened with the fourth calf. Unfortunately, it seems she learned her lesson in the worst way possible. Without milk, the fifth calf eventually fell into a starvation-induced coma. Kamunyak responded by finally eating it. The sixth adoption ended in uncertainty. Theories to explain the phenomenon abound. Not having her own cubs, Kamunyak is lonely. She is colorblind and short-sighted and thinks the calves are cubs. The oryx were too frail to flee. Throughout each of these adoptions, Kamunyak would go on a total hunger strike while guarding them. She finally started a real lion family of her own, but she was last sighted in 2004 and hasn't been seen since. This is one kind of another anomaly mammal. In 2015, a film crew was tracking a herd of wildebeest alongside a lioness, stalking them from the tall grass. Lions will often target vulnerable animals that have just given birth, whether it was that newborn smell or the fact that the calf showed zero fear. Something completely factory reset the lion's programming. Not only did she spare the baby, but after a short while, she simply walked away, allowing the calf to safely reunite with its mother. Unlike Kamunyak, this lioness was originally 100% trying to hunt, but something made her stop. Some articles suggest it's just a cat and mouse game, but it still doesn't fully make sense. Maybe when a lioness loses her cubs, her maternal instinct is just so powerful that she projects it onto anything. Well, there are some more cases where big cats break the rules. Tanzania National Parks Authority once shared some unbelievable footage from the Serengeti. A fierce lioness was spotted, walking side by side with a baby wildebeest. The lioness was actually escorting the tiny calf to a safe location, guarding it until the wildebeest mother could safely come and pick it up. But to be honest, it's very common. The big cats are just saving their snacks for later. Nature is cruel, right?